Every spring, hundreds of thousands of people converge on a rural district outside Hanoi, undertaking Vietnam's longest and most populated religious festival. This is Chùa Huong, the perfume pagoda. It's a network of shrines, pagodas, and grottos across the limestone peaks of the Huong Mountains. Reaching the absolute center of this complex requires navigating a multi-stage physical route of waterways, footpaths, and steep stone steps. The path leads travelers through traditional Buddhist shrines, while stopping at much older altars dedicated to mountain spirits and local legends. To understand Chùa Huong, we have to trace the path to see how the landscape itself shapes the rituals of the people who travel it. The journey begins on the water. Pilgrims board small ironwood rowboats and travel down the Yin River. Their first obligatory stop is Den Tring, the presentation shrine. Here, travelers symbolically announce their presence to the spirit of an ancient general before they are permitted to move forward. Leaving the boats behind, the route transitions to land. Pilgrims proceed on foot until they reach Thien Tru, known as the Heaven Kitchen, which functions as the outer temple. While structures have existed here since the 15th century, the site was heavily damaged during the French and American Wars. The main gateway and bell tower were among the structures reduced to rubble. Those structures were later restored. The bell tower and gateway were meticulously rebuilt in the late 20th century to return the site to its original architectural scale. This outer complex acts as a physical filter. It forces travelers to leave the modern world behind and prepares them for the deep mountain sanctuaries ahead. Pushing deeper into the limestone hills, the path leads to the Huong Temple, a name that translates directly to clearing unjust charges. Here, pilgrims perform a ritual of purification. They dip their hands and faces into the Long Tuyen well, a natural spring believed to wash away the accumulated dust of past karmas. Cleansed, they ascend to the final geographical climax, Chùa Chung, or the Inner Temple, which is located inside the cavern of the Huong Temple cave. The entrance resembles the gaping mouth of a dragon. 18th century characters carved into the rock face declare it the foremost cave under the southern heavens. Inside the darkness, pilgrims pray before large statues of the Buddha and the Bodhisattva Kwan, both carved from green stone. By this point, the mountain is no longer just a setting. The natural cave walls serve as the actual architecture of the shrine. Inside the cave, the density of the crowd reveals the festival scale. While many come to pray at the formal altars, the primary activity involves interacting directly with the natural geology. This diagram shows specific folklore practices inside. Pilgrims seek named stalagmites, like the boy and girl for fertility, or the heap of coins for prosperity. Another ritual focuses on health, gathering under a breast-shaped stalactite to catch water droplets, securing the blessing of its milk. Outside the cave, the massive gathering takes on a secular function. For generations, the weeks-long journey has served as a place for youth courtship and romance. This tradition of falling in love during the Huong pilgrimage has been documented in 20th century Vietnamese poetry and heavily featured in popular music. Yet the modern festival carries stark realities alongside its traditions. The intense influx of visitors fuels a commercialized local economy, including a trade and rare wildlife served at nearby restaurants. Chùa Huong is an ecosystem where war, local folklore, and Buddhist practice are physically etched into the limestone, keeping a centuries-old tradition active in the modern world.